So just to go over learning target, because I'm going to record this too on the board. All right, our learning target was producing a clear and coherent writing, which is our resume, in which the development, organization, and style are appropriate to the audience. Okay, so this unit has been about job interviewing and creating and building a resume. All right, so I'm going to put this up here so we can see you two lovely people. Okay, all right, now before we start, a few things. Okay, I want you to remember, you're the person that's interviewing for the job, so you're the prospective employee. You're the boss, you're the guy hiring, right? So you got a pencil? Okay. So you're going to ask these questions. Give him enough time to respond. Okay. Nope, not yet. But I want you to see what questions he's going to be asking, so you're ready to answer them. Okay. And you've got your other cheat sheet there too. Okay. Where's mine? When it comes time, you can go grab it. Right now, you're just asking. You're doing the interview. Okay. So you're going to ask him these questions. Give him enough time to respond. Be ready to respond, and remember what I talked about on the rubric, right? Body language is key. Don't slouch. Have good posture. Make sure you're speaking up clearly enough so he can hear. All right. Try not to repeat yourself too many times. Just try to have your answers be as clear and concise and to the point that you can. Okay. And then give him enough time to write down your answers. Okay. Before proceeding to the next question. When you come in, you guys are going to introduce each other. So you're going to say, welcome, good afternoon, and my name is so-and-so. And then you're going to introduce yourself. If you want to shake hands, you can shake hands just like it would be on a professional resume or professional interview. And then you're going to hand them a copy of your resume. Okay? Just like you would be in an interview. All right? Take it away.
Yeah.
So Raquel, you're going to start.
So I got to say welcome.
You're going to introduce yourself first.
I'm trying to be funny.
Okay, you're good.
Welcome. My name is Raquel Owens.
Okay.
Can you talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Deshaun. I'm a recent high school graduate, and I got 3 cents.
Okay. Make sure you hand him your resume. Here's a copy of my resume in case you don't have one. Okay. All right. So Raquel, you're going to start with the first question. You want to make sure that you keep it fluid. You want to make sure that you can have casual talk in between and banter about, but you want to make sure you keep it going. Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
Recent high school graduate. And
high school graduate, looking for a job.
It's okay. I know it's your first time. All right. So you want to talk about who you are. Okay. Give a little background history about Deshaun.
I look for a job. Wait, can we say like where we live at?
Yeah. Where you live. How many siblings you have, where you grew up.
I have 3 siblings. I grew up in Miami, and that's it.
And then as he's talking, Raquel, you want to make sure you're jotting things down, okay? Even if you just want to bullet point some things. Okay, you don't have to write out complete sentences, just jot some things down that you mentioned. All right, so we'll take it from the top one more time because this is good practice, right? So we'll start off at the very beginning, like you're coming in for the first time to meet and greet each other, okay? And then, Raquel, you're going to start the introduction again by saying, this is, my name is so-and-so, welcome to our company. And then, Deshaun, that's your opportunity to introduce yourself, first and last name, right? And then hand off your resume, okay? Be sure to say, here's a copy of my resume in case you don't have one already on file. You're just ironing out some kinks, making sure you're good.
Well, I'll go to the next.
So take it from the top though one more time so we can practice, okay? So introduce yourself one more time. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
You're introducing yourself again. We're taking it all the way from the top. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Raquel Owens.
My name is Deshaun Atkins, and this is a copy of my resume. If y'all don't know.
Alright. And you can go ahead and ask him the second question now.
Okay. What are your best person for the job? I mean,
He said, why? You remember why?
why are you the best person for this job?
Because I'm a hard worker. I get there. I know
No,
what to say,
see,
but
this is the good. This is good. This is why we're doing this, okay? I want you guys to know what it's gonna be like when you're on a professional job interview, so what to expect, right? So you wanna sell yourself, Deshaun. You wanna sell the qualities about you that make you you and why you're so important for, or why you're such a strong attribute for this job, all right? So, again, the question was, all right, why are you the best person for this job? He wants to know why we should hire you above all the other line of applicants, right? What makes you stand out the most, okay? So think about it from that approach.
Well, they made us do the college PhD thing. They told us, like, introduce ourselves, introduce your name and all that other stuff, and then say, like, I'm here to apply for an entry-level position.
There you go, okay?
an entry.
Entry level, meaning starting from the ground up, okay?
So it's entry.
Yeah,
Alright.
entry. Mhm.
I'm starting for an entry.
Entry level position.
I'm trying to start for an entry level position. That's how you do it.
Yep. And why should Raquel hire you? What's so special about Deshaun? What do you bring to the table? What are some of your attributes, your qualities?
I bring hard work.
Give some examples about your high school. Okay? Think about the things that you've done in high school. How you were effectively here every day in class. You were always on time. Things like that. They want to hear about the things that you offer and what makes you special that they should hire you.
I come to school on time. I'm a quick learner. I'm a good communicator.
Good.
You know, one thing I will say, don't put them two in the same job. You don't have the same absent. One of them's gonna show up, and the other one ain't.
You're so mean.
I had to get it out.
Who you think? Who you think is gonna be absent?
Stick to the interview.
I can answer the next question.
Yeah.
Why do you want this job?
So I could build a career, something like that. Build my skills.
This would be a great time to talk about too what you've learned about the company from previous research that you've done. Okay. Maybe talk about how you looked up online about Georgia Ports and you're interested in becoming part of the team and you think that it's a great place, it's a great environment and a great fit for you. Things like that. Okay.
Next question.
Let him answer first. I think he's gonna say something.
And I feel like it's a great job to start. Like it's my first job, so it'll be. Wait, what we saying for this? Like if you ain't just be like, you ain't have a job.
For number 4.
So how has your experience prepared you for this role? So in other words, you're just focusing on your education mainly, what you've done in high school to prepare yourself. Okay.
About having like good grades.
Yeah, yeah, by learning how to be a team player, work well with others, and build your communication skills up, things like that. Okay.
How has your experience prepared you for the job?
Working with others, having straight A's and B's.
Learning how to develop people skills, communicating better, right? Okay. Mention the fact that while I know I haven't worked anywhere before this, cause I'm coming straight from high school, all right? But I feel that with my education that I've had at Effingham High School and the research I've done with this company, it's a good fit and it's a great place for me to start from the ground up. Okay.
What is your greatest strength?
This is the time to embellish, Deshaun.
Coming on time.
There's some other good qualities about you with some other good strengths. Remember your resume. Think about what you put on your skills for your resume. And Raquel, you can even point some things out on his resume. Like I see that you say that you have good working knowledge of basic knowledge of computers. How do you feel like that would be a good fit for this company? And lead him on, okay? You have to help him as much as he has to help himself, in other words, okay? So initiate conversation.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, so say, I see on your resume that you have basic foundational knowledge of Google. Give me one example of what you've done in Google. And then Deshaun can talk about something he's done in high school on Google. You see what I'm saying? Okay? Now's the time for you to sell yourself. Yeah, Raquel's gonna ask you, right, Raquel? All right, go ahead.
So the foundation school in Google, Google. So what are you doing?
Like, working on computers. Like little computers.
You do computers?
Okay, you guys gotta speak up too. Remember, volume. No fidgeting.
Hard work. Don't give up.
Give him an example.
Like, which means
An example in high school of how you were a hard worker.
if I had bad grades, I get love. Oh, it goes.
Okay. You gotta think back to a time in high school when you did something that talks about that, okay? So how in high school were you a hard worker?
Oh, ask for more work,
More help,
more help.
okay? So you advocated for yourself, okay?
We are whatever.
All right, we have time for one more question, then we'll have to wrap it up on Monday.
What is your greatest weakness?
Not doing any work, sitting around. Bored.
So maybe you're easily distracted.
Yeah, I get easy with it.
So when you talk about your weaknesses, one thing you want to remember in your interview is you're humbling yourself at this point, and you're mentioning the weakness that you might have. But on the flip side, you're also going to mention how you're working on that. Okay. So in my interviews in the past, I've said to people, and this is true, I have a hard time saying no to people. Like I'm a people pleaser, and I oftentimes just get overbooked and overwhelmed because I can't turn anybody down when they come to me and ask me for something. And so how I fix that, or how I'm working on that, essentially is by prioritizing the things that I know are the most important and putting them in a list. And then if I find that that list gets too long, I have to say no. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you identify your weakness, but at the same time, you want to also identify how you're working to fix that, so that your prospective employer knows that you are working that. Okay? All right. Good first start. Okay? This is good. This is why we're doing this. Okay? Because I want you guys to understand what to expect when you go on a job interview. All right? And it's just as much Raquel's responsibility as the interviewer to be ready to guide the interview along and keep it flowing and keep it going, as much as it is for Deshaun to keep that conversation going as well. Okay? But help him out. Like, start making some conversation about his resume in between. I see here that you graduated with a blah 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 GPA. Or I see here that you put on your skills, you have good interpersonal skills, good communication skills. Describe a time in high school when you when you had those skills, when you showed those skills. You see what I'm saying? So you want to keep the interview going.
You said I got $20.
Thank you.
$20.